What's up, everybody? Today I decided to kind of walk you through my masteries, explain why they're like that, explain what I would change, and I think I will soon change them a little bit. As you can see, I have one extra mastery point, which I got like 2-3 weeks ago, reaching level 60. But let's start one by one. I'll explain every single one of them. And yeah, I will also let you know what I'm thinking of changing very soon. So in offense, we've got um, the strength and the greater strength, which are there just basically to unlock the rest. Then we've got 3 points in Pierce, and I think that's a good mastery. I will definitely keep it for later. But I also have 3 points in courage. Um, Another hard word for me to pronounce. But yeah, I've got 3 points here, and basically what this does is while your champions are under half of their health, they gain 20% more attack, which is not bad again, but I try not to have my champions under 50% health. I mean, yeah, so I find that it's useful, but uh, I don't usually. I mean, I don't seem to be using it that much, just because I usually have Wolverine, and he doesn't go under 50% health that often. I am when I change them. If I need some extra points, I can potentially get 3 points from here, or even maybe just put just one and have it like half the way, just 10%. It really depends what I decide to change and if I'm gonna need any extra points, which I probably will. We've got lesser precision here, just 1 point to unlock precision. This one is one of the most necessary masteries in the game. Increase the critical rate of all champions by 10%. And then we've got lesser cruelty and cruelty, pretty much the same, but it's the critical damage um, instead of the critical rate. So yeah, these two I definitely want to have maxed out all the time. And then this is one of the masteries that I was very kind of not sure if I wanted. It is the glass cannon, and basically it increased the attack of our champions by 7.2%, but also reduces their maximum health. And for champions with not too much health like Wolverine, this is kind of not amazing for them. But again, I try to play more offensive. I don't find myself walking that much. I don't find myself getting hit that much. Of course, like what I think is if I can I finish the match uh, with like half the 2 times faster because I have better offensive masteries. There won't be so much time for me to get hit. So that's what I think. So I decided, yeah, I'm gonna sacrifice some health, but to gain 7.2% attack. And again, if you compare over here, you get 20%, which is like 3 times more, but only if you are under 50% health. And then we've got like these masteries here, the Fury masteries. I haven't seen anybody using them. Then we've got the Recall, which I previously had the Suicide masteries, of course, before they changed Willpower. And Recall is the one mastery that stops me to put points in Double Edge and Liquid Courage, because I think they again I like having better damage, and if you there is a way to play around the bleed and the poison that you lose from these masteries. There is way, but this recoil is just a deal breaker for me. There's no way I'm gonna lose 5% health each time I do special attacks. Sorry, not gonna happen. And then we've got this new Masteries over here, which is this pair. The buffs applied to enemies reduce their healing and regeneration effects by 5% each. Some people really love it. I find it not as useful because there aren't that many champions that regenerate, and yeah, even there are, even if you're against champion like that, you need to apply lots of debuffs for this to be effective. So I just went with 1 point just to unlock Deep Wounds, which is one of the best masteries right now, I think. Bleed your champion inflicts lasts 2.5% longer. If you play with Wolverine, if you play with Deadpool X-Force, even Gamora and Drax, this is insane. This is just crazy. 2.5% longer, and every time your champion inflicts bleed, they strikes down 1% of the opponent's max health. So this is, again, this is good because it's 1% of their health if you're against a boss like Realm of Legends or something like that, where they have insane health. You just deal 1% health of their health, not of yours, which is with the bleed. Like, it really depends on your attack. So this is good. I really love Deep Wounds. And then here we've got the Assassination, and this is the mastery which I'm considering to put this one extra point. And I really think like it's not necessary to have it unlocked all the way. It's 5 points. 5 points are too many. So what it does against enemies below 18% health. So this is very slow, kind of niche for this mastery. Only under 18%. This means like you really find it useful if you play in the, again, Realm of Legends or the Labyrinth, or some of these quests with very buffed up champions. But there is certain use, but it's very limited. But against enemies like that, your champions gain 20% attack and decrease enemies' defensive ability accuracy by 12%. If enemies start the fight below 18%, which is going to be very rare, champions also gain 30% offensive ability accuracy. Basically, why I'm thinking to put just 1 point is because from 1 to 5 points, the difference is 8%. So 4 points kind of not really worth it. But yeah, I think it's a good mastery to have. It will help me in certain fights. I'm in that level of the game where when I go against champions with lots of health, so under 18% is still like sometimes maybe like 20k health. So yeah, I think I can get some use of this one. And then we've got the Unfazed, which I haven't seen too many people having this one unlocked. When an enemy evades, your champions have a 70% chance to stack 10% critical damage for their next critical hit and become unstoppable for 10 seconds. And that's amazing against champions like Spider-Man, but you need to put 5 points here to make it somewhat useful, because like if you put 5 points, you've got 55% chance to do what we just discussed. So 55% is basically you've got the same chance to do it or no. Just, I mean, it's good. It's good if you go against Spider-Man like in Alliance War, but again, it's luck and you cannot predict it, so it's not worth 5 points. And points have been very we just don't have enough of them. But anyway, let's go to the defense. Again, I've got vitality and greater vitality just to unlock the rest. I've got this one, which basically you gain 2 health per second, or 1 health twice per second. So yeah, 2 health per second, which again I just have it to have recovery, and recovery increases any health your champions recover during fight by 15%. which is good. It helps Wolverine. It was very good again when we had Willpower, but yeah, not anymore. Then we've got Energy and Physical Resistance, which again, nobody just uses them. Here we've got Block Proficiency, which increases the block proficiency of your champions by 4%, which basically means they take less damage when they're blocking. Then we've got Perfect Block. While blocking, your champions have 1% chance to perform a perfect block, which means to get no damage by the hit. Again, it's okay, but I just have them to unlock Stand Your Ground, which while blocking, your champions have 50% chance to resist a block break. Okay, so let me explain this. Why I have 2 points here is because I was level 59 and I had extra point and I had nowhere to put it, so I just put it here. Why I have unlocked this one? Basically 50% chance is okay chance. It's either gonna happen or no, half. But I have found this mastery saving me quite a few times. But again, when I change my masteries, which I hope is gonna be soon, this is a place where I can actually get some extra points, because yeah, 50% chance, it's cool, it's useful, but I think if you don't get hit, if you don't allow them to do heavy attacks, you're not gonna need to have this mastery at all. So if you play a little bit more focus, you will not need this mastery. And I definitely don't need 2 points here. I just had an extra point, which I didn't have anything to do. So yeah, when I change my masteries, this is pretty much one of the places where I will definitely have some changes. And then we got Willpower. I would love to have Willpower. I mean, it's not as good. I don't think it's worth putting 3 points here. But 1 point is, I think it's worth having it, especially if you go in Alliance War and they're your champions. If they're in defense, they've got like 300 times the health. So you end up regenerating good 150 to 200 health per second, which is not bad at all. Again, why I don't have this mastery? Because you need to have 15 points in defense to be able to unlock it, and I have only 14, and I have 1 extra point. Even if I put it again, I will not be able to have willpower. So yeah, I just don't find anywhere useful to put 15 points in defense right now. So I don't have willpower. I would love to have it 1 level. It's unlocked already, so I just need to put a point. But again, yeah. What's next here? We've got this one, which is, I think, very useful mastery. Your champions take 10% less damage from any bleed effect they suffer, and if you max it out, it's 30%. Against champions like Wolverine and Black Panther, this is going to be a very useful masteries. I would definitely consider putting even 3 points here, but again, I need to have willpower unlocked to be able to do that, and again, 15 points in defense, I don't find like where to put them. If they give us 20 more levels, which is 20 more mastery points, I may consider putting this one. But yeah. Then we've got this one, which reduces the duration of enemy bleed effects, which is also a great one. I would definitely put 3 points here if I had the extra points, but unfortunately I don't. Then decreases the opponent attack by 2% for each determined effect they suffer. Yeah, this I don't think anybody uses this one, and this one as well. So I've never considered them. I don't find them useful. So yeah, and this is pretty much about the defensive masteries. Let's go to utilities, which is a little bit more interesting. Now here we start with the XP masteries, which I have never ever heard anybody using this. You earn 10 XP with all the XP rewards, which is just ridiculous. And then this is increase the awesomeness XP rewards by 44%, which is just nothing. So yeah, this one and the gold Masteries, just a joke basically. But then this, we've got Limber here. So what this does is basically reduces the duration of enemy stun effects by 48%. This is they're 2 times shorter, which is just amazing. You really need this mastery, especially if you play in Alliance War. So yeah, this one, and then we've got timing walk. That's the parry mastery. I think everybody knows it. It's one of the masteries in the game, which you should definitely have it if you don't have it. Timing the walk right when he hits you, reduces the damage by 33% and stuns the attacker for 2 seconds. Again, just amazing. This is basically the main way you can start a combo. So yeah, and then we've got dexterity, which dodging an attack grants you 10% critical rate, but also you can evade the attack, which includes all the special attacks and everything. Like if you're good, all the special attacks. Of course, some are more tricky, but yeah, one of the best masteries that helps you defend yourself. So 1 point here is necessary, and definitely 3 points in parry. That's what I think. I've seen people just go with 1 point here, but then, well, let's take a look. It's like 1.5 second stun sometimes, especially when we go here. We've got Stupefy. When your champion's in fixed stun, it lasts for 0.5 additional seconds. And for some people, 0.5 seconds may seem like nothing, and it certainly is nothing, but if the opponent has this mastery Petrify, which basically when your champion is fixed stun, they also reduce the enemy health and power gains by 30%. So it's a good one. But this one, when he reduces your stun duration by 50%, if your opponent has this and you don't have this, you may not be able to start a combo when you stun him with your parry, and that's also the reason why you want parry at rank 3. Basically, this parry at rank 3 and Stupefy basically makes it possible. If your opponent has Limber, you can start a combo. If the opponent has maxed out Limber and these two masteries are not maxed out, you may not be able to start a combo, which again we want to be able to hit him at this period. Otherwise, you're just left with evading special attacks and heavy attacks, so we can start the combo. So yeah, these are two of the best masteries, and then Petrify we already went over it, I think. And then we've got Pacify. When your champions in fixed stun, they also reduce enemy ability triggers by 10% for the duration of the stun. It is not that great. I don't think it's worth wasting any points here. So yeah, what I've been thinking, like what I really want to change in my masteries is this. As you can see, I already have it unlocked. The first level, it's Mystic Dispersion. Basically, your Mystic champions acquire 2% power each time an enemy beneficial effect expires, and this goes up to 12% power. I would really love to max this one out, and if I decide to max this one out, I'm gonna get points from my Stand Your Ground mastery and put them here. But basically, if you play with Mystic champions, you can find your power bar getting filled very, very fast, which is great. Again, I really wanna do this, but I don't have that many Mystic champions, to be honest. I have Doctor Strange, yes. I've got Juggernaut. I've got Iron Fist, but he's not awakened, so he's not that awesome. But I'm missing Scarlet Witch. I'm missing Guillotine. But yeah, as soon as I get Scarlet Witch, I'm pretty sure that this mastery is gonna get up to rank 5. But for now, again, I don't have that many Mystic champions that I play with. So yeah, this is one of the things I actually want to change in my masteries. I want to put the Mystic Dispersion, and I was about to change him in another way. I was about to remove this 1 point from here and put it somewhere else. I forgot what I wanted to do, but I was going to sacrifice 2 of these points and this one, and do something else with them. Again, I don't remember. But then I thought, as soon as I get Scarlet Witch, I'm gonna change them again. And changing your mastery is like every time it costs about 300-400 units basically to just redo them. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait a little bit. Hopefully I'm gonna get Scarlet Witch soon, and we're praying for that for months now. So hopefully we're gonna get Scarlet Witch, and as soon as we do that, we're gonna unlock Mystic Dispersion and change basically most of our defense masteries and some of our offense masteries as well. But yeah, this is gonna be great. Hopefully, sometime soon. But yeah, guys, this is pretty much all about my masteries. I think I went over every single one of them. Hope this can help you. I think this is for me right now. This is one of my optimal setups. Again, I'm gonna use this 1 point over here to unlock Assassin. But yeah, I can, in theory, I can get some more points and put them somewhere else. But I cannot in this current setup unlock Willpower, so there's not much more I can do right now. But again, there are some options. I hope this video helps you understand the masteries a little bit better. If you think my mastery setup is useful, feel free to use it. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this quite long video now, guys, and hope it was useful. If so, give me a like, leave a comment, let me know what are your masteries, let me know what you think, what you would change in mine. I'm always happy to get some help, another opinion if you want. So yeah, just let me know down in the comments, and see you next time, guys.